Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're doing a 3-cam. We're warming right up into the last final game of the grand finals of Operation Charlie Fox. I'm AmiPolizeiFunk, and I'm here with Ciez and Romeo. Guys, it's been a pleasure having you all tonight. You guys having a good time?
Definitely, yes.
Yeah, having a great time.
Got to figure out our flow now. We got Berlin, North Carolina, and South Carolina? Is that right? No. Romeo, where state do you live in?
Virginia.
Virginia. Oh, they're pretty close to each other. Come on. So okay. We got Virginia, South Carolina, and Germany. In Berlin, Germany. Brandenburg would be the name of the state. We're glad to have everybody here. We can kind of relax now because we don't have to chase the players. You know, we're loaded in. We're paused at 5. And this is going to be our last game of the night, so we can kind of, it's like the time pressure is off. I'm glad I was able to wire up the cams. I have to apologize that you guys had to watch me all do that, knobs. I don't even know how to. We'll figure it out. This is new for us, too, and we're figuring it out. We're pushing our tech to the limit. We're trying to give you the most professional show that we can. And, if Relic's listening, or Twitch, or esports, or ESL, or anybody else, our dream is to cast a live event of Company of Heroes 2. We don't care where it is. It could be at DreamHack. It could be at Gamescom. It could be in Vancouver. It could be in San Francisco. It could be here in Berlin. There are plenty of esports studios now. We don't care where it is or how it happens. It could be in London. We just want to have players flown out. We want booths. We want a live crowd. And the three of us we'd pay you to let us come do this thing. This is our dream. Come on, let's make it happen, guys. We're making progress every step. I think today, surpassing 4,000 viewers is just an unbelievable windfall. Would you guys be stoked to do a live event, Romeo and Ciez?
Of course, yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
That's
in a heartbeat, I would do
it. Get a plane to take DevM. He might have to get permission from his parents. Flown out to. Oh, sorry, DevM. Sorry, bro. I know you're an adult now. He won SNF season 4 when he was like 16. So compliments to him. This kid, he is amazing. He just pushed an ace game against his clanmate and rival, his enemy Aimstrong. We'll fly him out from Denmark. So we have Denmark and Portugal. Who do you guys want to see win this? They want to see Soap win it. Guys, we're past that now. Who do you want to see? Syria? Syria's not involved. So DevM or Aimstrong, let's hear it in the chat. I want to know who you guys favor. Romeo, who had choice again? Aimstrong.
Aimstrong, yes.
And he has decided to end this with his Brits play on Langrskaya. We saw him tear through Korean Army. We saw him tear through all sorts of people in the games yesterday. He had a pretty easy cruise into the winners bracket finals. We saw him rip apart OMG Pop in like a total of 20 minutes, both games. So his Brits are to be feared. I guess he's pretty happy that he doesn't have to face DevM's Americans in the last and final game for all the marbles. So many celebrities out in chat. It's great to see you guys, all the custom emotes from this community. Hands GG, hands wrecked. I'm seeing some love for Aimstrong. We got tons of staff members here. All right, enough of all the jibber jabber. Let's go see who's going to win Operation Charlie Fox and the keys to the castle on the hill. Are you guys ready?
Absolutely.
So before we start, Ami, I want to clarify. So whoever wins this gets first place. Whoever who loses gets second place. How much money difference is that? How much is on the line for each of these players?
Well, we can go over here to our page and look at the OCF stretch goals progress, where it's all split up for us on co2.org. First place right now, and guys, we're going to close the contribute button. So if you want one of those badges for posterity, you better buy a level within the next 45 minutes, because after this game, we're shutting down the contributions. This event and the contribution system will be in the books. Wow, we raised a couple extra $100, you notice. We're at $54.24 now. So if you want one of those badges of pride to show your contributor badge, bronze, gold, whatever one you want to purchase, now's your last chance to get them. The first place prize pool division right now, it would be $2,712.06. That's almost $3,000. Damn. Second place is going to get 1,356. So it's about, it's like 50% of the pool and then 25% of the pool. So those are the ratios. It's a significant difference.
That's a pretty good chunk of change for either person. And honestly, win or lose, both players have put on an amazing show today. And this ace game, whoever comes out on top of it, I think both of these players have really shown off some amazing play.
We're getting some new subs. Guy just threw up a straw poll on who you guys want to win. We love all this stuff. We hope that that you don't just watch this and go away. We hope you come and make an account on Kotu.org and get involved in this community, because it's full of really incredible people. I've met dozens of people from this community now in the 6 or 7 years that I've been involved with it, and I've met some great people. I think I've met some lifelong friends. It's really been a fantastic experience. So we hope you join us, get to know people. Don't be shy. Throw a post up. Just say hi. There's a new members section. You can just say, hey, what's up, guys? Had some fun, looking for more of this, and get in there and play this game. You can hop into auto match. For example, you can buy the British Forces for like $12-13. You buy the British Forces, you can go in there and get yourself a Centaur and rip through some German infantry, man. I mean, it is really easy and really accessible to start getting involved with Company of Heroes 2. So we do hope you join us, not only in the community, but also, of course, in game. And all right, Ciez, I think, Romeo, any points before we go in and conclude this bad boy?
No, I just want to watch this game. I want to see what's going to happen.
Let's get in there. All right, well, we're paused at 5. I got Linsky's music in the background. Shout out to our musicians, Linsky and Stefenfu. They made all the music you guys have been listening to all day. It's all custom created just for this community. It's all copyright free. It's all posted on the forums. We make everything available. Guys, it's time. Are you ready? We gonna rumble. Here we go. Follow me in. All right, we paused at 5. We're gonna unpause in 3, 2, 1. Unpause. And 7, 8, 9, 10. Off they go. In the northeast corner of Langraskaya, he was leading 3-1. 2-1, but his opponent equalized it 2-2, and now it all comes down to this. He'll be in the blue trunks. He's from Denmark. He won the TFN World Championship when Kotu was first launched, and he won a whole slew of Co-1 tournaments. It's Aimstrong! And in the southern corner of Langraskaya, he's got a machine gun team coming out. He's from Portugal. He'll be wearing the red trunks. He equalized last game with his top of the world USF play, but now can he carry with the Wehrmacht all the way to victory? It's our young kid wonder, our pugilist, our stick and run master, DevM! Good luck, have fun, gentlemen. I wish I could see your chat. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, Relic Entertainment. I'm sure they exchanged good lucks and have funs. Here, maybe I can type them. Here we go. I'm DevM. Good luck, have fun, Aimstrong. Okay, now I'm Aimstrong. Die in a fire, child. There we go. There you go. So it's a little salty. It's a little salty on Langraskaya. They were clanmates, but now they're just enemies. Romeo, why don't you introduce the builds that we have on the field so far?
So Aimstrong going with infantry, Vickers, which is his normal build. He modified it only slightly for his game on Samosi Winter, where he rushed a sniper, immediately sent his infantry for the fuel point, and got a sniper as his second unit, which is pretty amazing. But he has gone back to his tried and tested Vickers second unit, and DevM is also going back to getting his sniper out really early. So they both actually were a little bit experimental during games 3 and game 4, and now they're going back to their strategies from game 1 and 2. They're just feeling each other out, trying to figure out what works best, how they can just win this mind game. I think, Ciez, do you want to do a quick recap of which factions won which games from the first 4 games and how that might relate to this game 5?
Yeah, sure. So DevM beat Aimstrong's Brits. So DevM game 1 was playing Auster, and Aimstrong was playing Brits game 1. DevM won that. They switched sides. So game 2, Aimstrong is playing as Auster. Then DevM was playing USF, and we all kind of expected DevM's USF to win. However, Aimstrong brought it back to tie it back up. Go to Semwa winner, and the Brits, I believe, won again for Aimstrong, if I'm not mistaken. And then DevM, yep, DevM ended up tying it back up in Game 4 with his world-renowned, famous USF play. So now we get Aimstrong, I believe. His Brits very strong. I think the only game he dropped, I think the only game he dropped was to DevM in that very first game of this series.
So for a final summary, 2 victories for Oster, 1 victory for Brits, and 1 victory for U.S. forces. And now we're going into the 8th game with Oster versus Brits.
Not bad. Kudos to the balancers at Relic. You guys gave us a tournament to remember. When you get stats like that, this game is in a great shape, absolutely great shape. With a couple more tweaks, I think we are esports ready.
Aimstrong's not in very good shape, though. DevM already on his cutoff, surprise, surprise, as his sniper's coming out. So sniper wars are about to begin as Aimstrong vies for control of the cutoff point in the north.
Oh boy, DevM's backpedaling. He doesn't want to engage yet. Now, the British sniper has not yet been revealed, right? Aimstrong's been on hold fire. He hasn't shown himself yet, has he?
He has not.
But it's like they know the timing. Although, let's see, the sniper, it's funny, it's like, who's capping the point? Okay, he does fire, so it's crystal clear that the Wehrmacht sniper is capping this point. Looks like Aimstrong's more interested in reconnecting his resources on the right. Although he's going to charge
really
an
nice
FM
flank.
sniper.
It's a really nice flank up on that north cutoff to get that MG42 out of position. Now he's going to be able to reconnect all of his territory, and he was charging the sniper, but he's going to go home, save some manpower bleed.
Okay, looks like Aimstrong's looking for blood. You can't sit around and stay on hold fire forever because then you just don't reap the benefits of having a unit that can outright kill other soldiers. So he does take a shot at those Grens. Let's see, he sees this point falling, but he has no clue what's doing it. I mean, these guys are really crafty with capping the points out of the vision circle that is provided by the flag. It's a very narrow point of vision provided by each of the flags, so they cap on the edges and stay hidden. They don't like to reveal their units unless they have to. And these snipers are not in range from one another. They're jockeying for position. Whoa, that's a super early 6-pounder from Aimstrong. And sure enough, like I was like, do you think he's worried about a vehicle? And just then the 222 comes out.
I think it's at this stage his usual timing. Yeah, Oster has a bit of an advantage over Brits right as the 222's coming out because the Oster sniper and the 222 are a counter to the British sniper, whereas the British sniper is really the only counter to the Oster sniper. So
oh my goodness, the British sniper's revealed! DevM has a big chance here to kill him, and he does!
Oh!
Big Dick D, what a shot! I'm ringing my bells for that counter snipe. That was stupendous and probably at maximum range. Now the scout car can have some fun, and there are even some pioneers that scout out the 6-pounder, so the scout car will be able to avoid the cone of fire. He takes a walloping shot, and now look at DevM run his sniper forward. He knows how to counter AT guns.
That already gets DevM sniper up to Vet 1, halfway through Vet 1, in fact, getting all the experience from killing Aimstrong sniper. And Aimstrong, right away, purchasing himself another sniper, probably to try and catch DevM off guard, although, I guess we'll see if DevM is predicting this. We'll see if he stays on hold fire, if he's just going to try to run rampant and bleed as much as he can.
Aimstrong's come back from counter snipes before. Korean Army took out 2 of his snipers in their series, so Aimstrong from this point forward is going to have to execute flawlessly if he's going to maintain control of this game, because DevM is not going to turn down the aggression now.
Scout car's picking up some repairs. Looks like that's an interestingly faced MG. I don't think he thinks he's going to be fighting. He's capping the VP on the left. Some Grens are going to lower the fuel that Aimstrong has been enjoying on the left-hand side. Everything's connected right now. No cutoffs. They're both kind of wrapping around one another. Tommies are going to hop in this very important house that looks over the ammo point, and I'm going to play with the Fog of War some while they're not fighting. What are these, S-mines? S-mines in the center?
Yeah, DevM put out some very, very early S-mines, although I don't think Aimstrong has hit any of them. It just prompted him to grab a sweeper, but I think he learned his lesson after driving his Centaur into a mine on the very first game.
Wow, those Tommies sucked up that bundled nade in the house. Oh boy. Yep. Yes, there are S-mines there, Tommies. A lot of Tommies die. That's going to be costly. Aimstrong is in trouble.
He's in a lot of trouble, and he can't afford to make mistakes like that. Not when he's already behind.
There's a little sign with a skull and crossbones. Beware. He still managed to walk into him. Yeah, the sleepers are here, but a day late and $1 short.
Aimstrong's being very, very patient with his second sniper. He hasn't revealed it yet. He probably wants, one of those situations where his first shot is a counter snipe.
Oh, another huge bundled nade.
The weapon crew are, I'm afraid, quite dead.
Wow, that was painful. I don't know how Aimstrong is going to weather all of this manpower bleed. He's just losing dudes like crazy. What do the stats say, Romeo, as far as guys killed?
Oh, DevM's definitely in the lead. He's up by 6. Snipers are close to each other. Uh-oh.
Aimstrong really needs a counter snipe. Not only to just, stop this incredible bleed that's happening, but to give himself a boost of confidence. Seems like DevM's just kicking his tail in.
Aimstrong was in a very similar situation on Sanosuke Winter. He was behind, DevM was pushing him into the base, and then Aimstrong landed one counter snipe and dropped some commandos, and boom, the game was back in his control. So he needs to do something just like that here, and it doesn't have a whole lot of time to make that happen.
It's interesting that neither player has selected a doctrine. They're still fighting, but can you guys, Ciez, can you make a prediction of what doctrines you think we might see?
I'm pretty confident DevM's going to go Lightning War. I think it's been his go-to doctrine this entire tournament, if not series. And I'm pretty sure DevM will go, or Aimstrong will go the Commando Regiment.
I would be very surprised to see Aimstrong just throw out like Royal Engineers. Yep, there it is. Commandos picked. But it would have been kind of interesting if he had some sort of crazy secret strategy up his sleeve for the ace game.
I feel like he's walking on a knife's edge. I feel if that sniper falls, the lead might be insurmountable.
That 222 is so close to it.
Oh my god, he's going to cap. Oh my god, look at the
sniper
snipers in the center. Look at the sniper. There it is. Whoa.
Oh!
Oh my god, that was just like he would never think I'm here. But how did DevM not see him?
That 222 wants revenge though.
How did DevM not see the sniper? He was microing the 222. Oh, these guys, it's almost like I know you're microing the 222, so I'm going to pull a fast one on you. But the revenge is taken. That is a tough break. Just when you think you might be getting back into this, DevM takes revenge. The scout car chases you into his base. Okay, he lost the scout car, but that's a decent trade for him. What a shame that Aimstrong's sniper couldn't live through that. Now he's just in the same bad spot that he was before, I think.
Yeah, he traded up because he traded a scout car and a sniper for just a sniper, but he needs to trade even better. PopCaps are actually surprisingly more even than they look, but obviously map control is not the entire map in DevM's favor, so Aimstrong needs to somehow get map control back, even though their armies are of roughly equal size and he's pinned in his base.
Oh, this is just brutal. The humanity. These guys are just plopping each other from close range in the face. Guys are dying like crazy. Aimstrong struggling to get out. Wow, could he afford to retreat that squad there? Doesn't he need to cap with it if he makes any progress? Oh my lord, and then what the hell was that? Was that a rifle nade?
Yeah.
That was a rifle nade.
Oh my goodness. I think Aimstrong has lost the plot, and amazingly, he had pick. He had faction pick. And he's getting clobbered.
And DevM had faction pick in his series against OMG Pop, but he picked the faction with which he lost. So in every ace game he's played today, he was playing at a supposed disadvantage.
Yeah.
But
well, who's the #1 Oster player in the world? DevM, that's who. He's #1 in the ladders, and he's about to show that he can translate that into being #1 in this tournament. DevM is about to put his mark on Company of Heroes 2. It's been a long time coming.
Did you see those 2 wipes? Aimstrong just wiped 2 squads.
Where?
Yeah, the infantry section in the house wiped a squad of Pios and a squad of Grenadiers on retreat. Now Aimstrong is actually in the lead for PopCap, and he's just dropped a squad of Commandos.
Yeah, DevM just teched up to his battle phase 2 though, and he has calling in a P4 already. So this Panzer IV is going to hit the field well before anything vehicle-wise Aimstrong can get out.
He's got
You
double AT
guys-
gun though.
You guys got the work cut out for you. What do you mean? Oh, yeah, there's the second one, too. Wow, look at that. He's kind of prepared. Devin rebuilt his sniper.
Trying to take one of our points.
Here
These
comes the
Commanders
commando
won't find
ambush.
it, though. They're so
Yeah, right.
close.
So these guys, they can cap and cover. They can go from cover to cover cloaked. What are the rest of the mechanics about? I mean, how long can they stay in cover? It seems like they can move away from cover and still remain cloaked.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, they're
similar to the
basically
Oster sniper.
snipers. In terms of the way that their cover works, they're basically snipers.
Oh, he's
Do
in
you
the
see the
retreat path
cheeky
with the
shot
Panzer
at him?
guns.
You see the sniper take a cheeky shot at him? The sniper popped one of them in the face. They do move quickly. They will have to retreat there. The P4's out. 10% minus from your prize pools for not wearing the decals, boys. Just kidding. He walks right into 6-pounder shot, but it doesn't do a lot of damage.
The P4 has a large window to exploit in terms of, taking advantage of it before anything from Aimstrong comes on the field. Although he's not too far from his Centaur, if that's what he chooses to go. 115 fuel to tech and then 100 to bring it in. So
Do
maybe
you think
2 more
Centaur's
minutes
the right
away.
call in this situation with the
Well,
Panzer
he's-
IV already on the field? What do
Yeah,
you think about
I mean,
a Cromwell?
yeah, that's the only way he can move the AT guns out. I think that's what he's waiting for. I think he knows
Yeah.
that the Centaur plus double AT gun combo can fight. It's like he's waiting for something that gives him the ability to fight his way out, and I think he needs all 3 of those units to do so.
But a
Yeah,
Cromwell
Centaur
can
double
help
AT
him
gun.
chase down the Panzer IV, and a lot of DevM's infantry is dead. There's only 4 squads of Oster infantry even on the field.
Yeah, but the Centaur will counter, like, if DevM picks up a pack to try to counter the Cromwell, the Centaur's just going to wipe that pack instantly.
Yeah, and the Centaur can shred stuff. The Cromwell's great against Inf, of course, and perhaps it has a little bit more survivability, but the Centaur can just absolutely shred things. And if he has that kind of protection against infantry for his AT guns, then perhaps he can push out. I don't think Aimstrong's looking to kill the P4 now. I think he's just looking to make himself some space.
Speaking of which, those commandos hiding out on the munitions just threw a demo charge down in that green cover position. I wonder if that's going to pay off. Ooh, snipers walking dangerously close to the commandos as well.
Where's the demo charge? I don't even see it.
Right on north of
Behind the
haystacks.
haystack. Oh my God! At some camera angles, you don't even see it, even if you are like the Brits are. That is cheeky, but it's on the wrong side of the cover. I mean, he expects DevM to stand around there. It's interesting. Oh, this Vickers. Is he not reinforcing on purpose?
Watch the sniper. Watch the sniper.
Okay, thank you. Wow, he's so close.
Why
does
don't the
Aimstrong
commandos
not see-
uncloak?
Here we go. Here we go. And
There
they got
they
him. There you go. There they got him. So quickly they got him right out from under the nose of both the P4 and the LMG Grents. Guys, I think we're going to see commandos killing snipers in auto match because Aimstrong is just putting on a show. I've never
And
seen that done
Aimstrong-
so successfully.
Playing from inside of his base, playing from so far behind, has more pop cap than DevM. He somehow is managing to trade up this entire time, even though he's so behind.
He's really got to get on the
P4 on the
VPs,
way.
though. He does not have much longer. Only 140 VPs. It's like
Being triple
5
capped?
minutes at
That's
the most,
2
yeah.
minutes. 2 minutes. 2.5 minutes, man.
it's like 3, right?
It's seconds. No, it's 1 per second. When you're triple capped, it's a VP per second, baby.
It was slightly faster than that, right? Yeah, my math's probably just wrong after all of this casting. Because it's 3 VPs every 2 seconds.
I don't think so. It's 1 per second. I believe. Casting battle. Ciez
Wow.
versus Ami. Who
We
wins?
know what happened the last time this happened.
Oh, what, with the brackets? Yeah, you won that one. So I think I'm going to win this one. I'm pretty confident. But
Anyways, there's 2 P4s on the field, and Aimstrong's finally teching up to his final tier of tech, so he'll be able to get his Centaur very soon, about a minute more.
Aimstrong
Oh,
moving
boy.
his AT guns out of the base is going to be in a lot. He's
Oh,
so
boy,
exposed. Here it
yeah.
comes.
They were and look, DevM catches them moving, and now they might have to move all the way back to the base. DevM's all over that sniper. A shot from the main gun misses. Sniper takes about 50% health. The AT guns are trying to point, but look at DevM kite these things, man. Look at him kite. Okay, he gets one shot in. The other 6-pounder is just trying to set up, and when DevM floods all of his infantry forward, this could be the knockout punch, ladies and gentlemen. You could be watching it right here. These Panzer Grenadiers are all over the 6-pounder. Both AT guns are down. DevM looking strong. Little sniper trying to use his critical shot. Aimstrong trying to reman AT guns. Cleared again. The manpower bleed. The VP bleed. It's looking bad for Brits, ladies and gentlemen. Aimstrong could be on the canvas. He could be out for the count. The sniper falls. I don't know what the hell killed that P4.
It was a new 6-pounder that Aimstrong just brought in. He canceled his tech to pick up another 6-pounder.
Oh my God! Wipe after wipe after wipe after wipe. Oh, this new 6-pounder. Can you imagine if he killed both P4s? That would be impressive. But these guys are scrambling. There's 2 free 6-pounders on the field.
It would be impressive, but probably not enough. Aimstrong only has 3 squads.
I'm telling you, it's down to 1 minute of life. Oh no, he did cap the left while this was going on with commandos, so that'll slow the drain down significantly. When it's 2-1, it's only 1 VP per 3 seconds. Ciez, I'm informing you, Ciez, because you don't seem to know how it works.
Enemy forces are secure.
Booyaka! Look at Ciez.
But I was watching the clock.
What's up?
I'm counting it here.
You're trying to count it in your head? That's not a good method.
Yeah, I was
That's
watching the
not gonna
in-game
work.
clock compared to the ticks.
Good luck with that, Ciez.
We see someone in the chat. We need Cruz or somebody in the chat to confirm. Do VPs tick every 3 seconds or every 2 seconds?
Every 3 seconds. Oh my goodness, Ciez. Move on. Cast the game. Move on. Move on. DevM is trying to shut the door on Operation Charlie Fox. He's down to 43.
The enemy is attempting to steal our
41
sector.
victory points for Aimstrong. Another glider comes in, more commandos, but how in the world can he survive? He's remanned 1 AT gun. There's one that's just sitting pretty. The one that he took has 0 health. Right?
I can't even believe he just fielded another squad of commandos when he still hasn't
Oh
even
no, this
teched
is the one
up.
with 0 health.
The sharp
He has
There's still 2
270
AT
fuel.
guns just sitting there. They're still just sitting there. The infantry are battling it out now. 27.
I don't think he can
25.
cap in time at this point.
The enemy has
Once this
25
goes
points
up,
remaining.
did you see that? When it was 2-0, it was 2 per 3 seconds. And now it's going to be 3 per 3 seconds. Anyway. It's rough. 17 seconds, Aimstrong.
Yeah, I think you're right, Ami. I was
It's
counting,
over,
so
man.
it should take at
14,
20.
13.
Yeah, and then at 23,
12,
it'll go to
11,
11.
10,
Yeah, you're right.
9, 8, 7, 6. Enemy can taste defeat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Now you kind of-
GG! Well played, DevM. You are our 2015 Operation Champion Charlie Fox Champion of the World. Well
Down
played,
by
DevM.
2 games, 2-1, and then comes back and wins the whole series. Wins the whole tournament. Congratulations are in order.
Charlie Fox is in the books. How about that, gentlemen? How about that?
I don't
We
think
did
we
it. We
could
got
have,
there.
couldn't have asked for a better finale. Great finals, great grand finals. Went to an ace game, super intense, super close. So many big plays, sniper wars, counter snipes, maneuvers, MG flanks, everything you could possibly ask for in a high level competitive CO2 tournament. It was lots of fun.
It was
So-
a blast.
DevMs, you know how Romeo, you were saying in Game 4 how the very initial engagements of USF versus Austria can make such a big difference, and in Game 4, his rifle flank on that MG in mid was absolutely perfect. One of the most well-executed flanks I've ever seen in Co 2. And from there, he just went on to, constantly have the map, constantly have pressure, and ultimately win, which is the opposite of what we saw in Game 2 when his rifles got, sent away right away, and then it was all downhill from there.
It's amazing how the first engagement sets the tone for the whole game.
DevM's Wehrmacht play. Good grief. He stuffed it to Aimstrong Spritz in that last one. He got counter sniped, but it didn't matter because his map control was so dominant. Like that one little moment was like this brief possibility of hope. But then, DevM, dude, he's not gonna let you have anything. You counter snipe him, you've got a 2-2-2 up your butt in your base, killing that sniper, making him pay. Man, so many memorable moments from this finals. I'm having nightmares about scout cars, about rifles appearing out of the fog of war. I mean, DevM plays this game, I think, like nobody else. It's been a pleasure to have him back on the scene, and it's about time that he, put a notch in his belt. So now he's not only the Co 1 SNF4 champ, now he's also the Operation Charlie Fox Co 2 champ. So the kid is back. Portugal is celebrating. Denmark, congratulations. Aimstrong, you had a hell of a tournament. I think Aimstrong taught us a lot of things with Brits. I think we all learned, as players, some things that Brits are capable of that we might not have thought about before today or yesterday.
I think we all knew the Centaur was pretty retarded, but hopefully this will motivate Relic to fix it.
Yeah, sure, the
Commandos.
Centaur's crazy good, but what about all those commando plays, man? We saw amazing commando plays today, ambushes and stuff.
I think a lot of British players might try to adapt commandos as one of their sniper counters, since Brits are always struggling against counters, and it was really cool to see Aimstrong making that work.
Yeah, Aimstrong's using the commandos and just ambushing snipers constantly was really, really awesome. Really great play to see.
So guys, co2.org, we're not done with Operation Charlie Fox, not completely. We still have a bunch of stretch goals to deliver to the contributors that unlock them. A couple of things that we got coming up. TM Dutchy has a desktop wallpaper pack. He's done, I think, every unit in the game, which is just insane. But let's say he's done dozens and dozens of wallpapers for you guys to pick your best units, pick your favorite units, and use them. Just today, this morning on co2.org, we published, the announcement of the main event, and my main man coder, Yana252. This guy is a modder. He codes the website. He creates custom games. You can play Battleship in the Co2 engine if you want. I sunk your Battleship. This guy does it all. Man, just today we released the backgrounds that you see behind me. This here behind me is Hill 400 night version with the spotlights. This is a looping background, so it goes forwards and backwards super slow, and then it loops perfectly. So streamers, if you guys want to use this, during your streams when you cut to webcam or whatever, that's what we make them for. We make them to share them with you guys. All of this music is already released. Look in the forums. You can have everything that you've heard. It's all copyright free. You can use it on your streams. Other stuff we got coming up, and this is a big whopper. We have a fan fiction by 3 writers. Von Klug, our director of social media, is one of them. These guys have written pages and pages and pages and pages. I mean, it's an entire story of 3 brothers. One of them's in the Luftwaffe, one of them's in the Wehrmacht army, he's a soldier, and the other one's a tanker. So they've written this amazing fan fiction just out of their heads. I'm sure they've done a bunch of research as well. We're going to have a work by Strumming Bird that you might have seen earlier, another one of our fantastic artists that's going to illustrate this fan fiction, and so we're going to be publishing that probably in a couple of posts over the next couple of days because it doesn't fit in one post. They broke our editor. There was so much text it couldn't. They're like, "What's going on here? It just won't take any more text." So we had to expand the maximum size of our news post to fit in this epic fan fiction that's coming, and we're going to have a winner's interview. We're going to have to get DevM behind the webcam. Hey, DevM, if you're watching this right now, you better buy yourself a webcam. DevM's a little bit camera shy, man. I had to wrestle those photographs out of him from SNF4, and I asked him this morning, just in case, you got a pick for maybe a quick fight card? And he's like, nope. But so DevM, you can go to the computer store tomorrow and pick yourself up a webcam, and if we can swing it all, we'll do a winner's interview. I will interview DevM next Sunday night. We are called Sunday Night Fights after all. So maybe mark your calendars. Next Sunday, let's see, that would be the 4th of October. Maybe we can get an interview live with DevM and we can pick his brain. Man, I hear that quiet. And I'm that MG in the middle of Samosky, like, where the hell are they? And then suddenly rifles from the top, from the fog, rear echelon from the side, guys coming up from the base. What a killer flank. He pulled off stuff like that against Alliage on that very same map, Semois, back in Co 1. He pulled off the most insane flanks into the center of that town. So, like flanking in Samosky that's the back of DevM's hand, man. He could do it blind. He knows it by heart. So we're going to try to get an interview with him. Who knows? We might have other stretch goals. I'm not sure, but there's a lot of content to discover on code2.org. Before we let you guys go, I want to give my co-casters here a huge thank you, Ciez and Romeo. Ciez, do you want to give any shout-outs before we get out of here?
I think my wife probably deserves a shout out for letting me cast basically nonstop for 3 days. She'll be glad then tomorrow that her and I can relax and spend some time together. And it's been very fun casting, and I have kind of a new respect for the people that cast for hours and hours and hours on end, because it's not as easy as it tends to look from the viewer's perspective.
We try to make it easy, we try to make it look easy, but you guys saw me struggling just trying to set up those scenes with Skype. I mean, I can't express to you how many hours went into just trying to arrange all these little things you're seeing here. We try to make it as easy as possible. We try to do it as professionally as possible, but it would be a whole next level if we ever did a show from an actual studio with an actual producer, with an actual mixing board, with guys, playing their roles. Right now, it's just like it's like, this is SNF Central. I'm doing everything. I'm pressing the buttons. I'm obsing. I'm mixing the sound. I'm cutting to the scenes. I don't want to do all that. So our show is just going to get better and better as we expand. Romeo, do you have shout-outs for us tonight?
I guess shout out to all my subs. I see a lot of Romeo mugs going in your chat, so that's always
nice,
fun to see. And I guess I just want to plug my tournament that I'm planning on hosting in a couple weeks, maybe my next Starcross Cup. So that'll be fun.
I had no idea. That's fantastic. You want to tell us a little bit more about it?
I think there will be a time and place for that. People generally know how Starcross Cup goes. Single elimination, pretty simple stuff. So yeah, should be fun. Hope so.
And no commander bans and bulletins allowed, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, and Crocs, everything, right?
Yeah,
just
Crocs,
go for
everything.
it.
Abuse it as hard as you can.
That's right. That's how Romeo's tournaments are a free-for-all. Romeo, I really appreciate you picking up the slack where code2.org kind of left off. When I was in my Dota 2 bubble, you were still hosting tournaments and people were fighting against each other. And we really appreciate everything you've done to keep this scene vibrant and alive. And, speaking of tournaments, you've reminded me that we have another tournament coming up. It's sponsored by 1for1 events. That's Creator and Sunbjorn and Existent. These guys have a clan showdown. And Ciez, you're playing in it, right?
Yeah. Me and Lemon are gonna. I was gonna want to practice with him tonight, but I guess he has to work, so I'll have to get some games because I haven't gotten to play like all weekend, right? I'm like, oh man, I cast all these games. I'm so hyped to play and like pull off sick moves, and then 8 hours later, I'm like, oh man, I'm way too tired to play.
So just a little more information about that. This is from Creator himself, who is the big boss of 1for1. He's getting these new tournaments, leagues, and cups going. This is going to be a clan clash, so it's going to be a 2v2, which is really interesting. That's a whole different ballgame from what we've been showing you on these past couple of days. Teamwork is essential. You got to push together. You got to make the units fit with one another. It's really a whole different thing. 2v2 is fantastic in Company of Heroes. Clan Clash, hosted by 1for1, is a returning tournament reserved for clans only. Season 1 includes clans like the Angry Bears, Sturm Tigers, remember the name, that's you, Ciez, Team RNG, and they'll kick off on the 1st of October. So that's just in a few days, guys. We're going to have more Co2 action coming at you in just a few days. Starting from the 4th of October, you can follow the tournament on Twitch every night at 1900 CEST. So follow 1for1 on Twitter and keep an eye on the shout box to never miss a cast. So we got that coming up. Thanks, Creator and Sunbjorn. Sunbjorn was two-timing. He's part of the 1for1 crew that's going to run those tournaments, but he was like our lead referee in Operation Charlie Fox, and he put the smack down, man. He made sure this thing ran forward. My refs were absolutely fantastic. Guys, I think it's time. We got one last thing for you. Congratulations to DevM. Congratulations to Aimstrong. Aimstrong gave me some shout-outs. These probably would have been better if he had won, but I'm going to read them anyway. Aimstrong says, shout out to Jeep, Marcus, AE, No Slew, Tommy, and Seb. Seb. You guys don't know Seb. He hasn't been very loud on the scene lately, but Seb is behind the scenes, and he is the guy that makes sure that code2.org stays up. When it goes down, he puts it back up. So I share that shout out. I think we've covered everything, guys. We got one more treat for you after we go offline, so don't leave us quite yet. You guys got anything else to say? Big ups to Relic and Sega. Keep rocking it, you guys. If you did watch us in Vancouver in your studio, post some more pics, man. That really gets us amped to see you guys enjoying what we do. These guys, I think they're all shoutcasted out. Look at them. They got nothing left.
Well, apparently, so I'm reading chat. Apparently, code2.org is down. I guess people want you to tell Seb or something. I don't know, because he's the magician that keeps code2.org running as smoothly as it always is running.
Well, I can reboot it after we go online, so hopefully we'll get back up. I mean, we're growing like crazy. Our server can't handle, like Yana mentioned to me earlier that we had 650 people online. Like when we get to around 400, our server starts to, so, but, if you guys are going to keep coming to our website, we're just going to buy a bigger, faster server. Right? Growing is not something that is, when you guys push our server down, that is a good thing. That means that we're growing and more people are coming to check us out. So, maybe give it an hour or something, and then you can go over there and check it out. We destroyed our Twitch record today, guys. We destroyed it. We were at 2803 for the Code2 beta show ages ago. I got a message from Marcus that we hit 4,238. We wrecked our max concurrent record, and I'm sure we wrecked our max uniques record as well. So we'll look for all those numbers in the next couple days. But before you guys go, seriously, stick around for one more pretty cool thing. Ciez, want to say hey? Want to say hey? See you later. Good night. Come on, man.
I guess so. That's not really how I say goodbye. Usually I just thank everyone for watching, and it's really awesome to see how many people are watching this tournament. How the other night I said, oh yeah, shout out to all the fans and everything, but breaking a record's a huge deal, and it shows, hopefully it shows Relic, how thirsty and hungry the community is for more big competitive events like this, and hopefully they'll take inspiration, keep improving the game, and give us an even bigger, better tournament than we could ever even dream of.
Yeah, 2016 looms. Romeo?
Yeah, thanks for having me on here. I really appreciate it. I really enjoyed being on Fox Rex and Folta. I had a lot of fun doing this one, and I can't wait to help out on the next one.
Great. Thank you very much to both of you. All right, guys, I'm AmiPolizeiFunk. AmiPolizeiFunk. My name is messed up. I know it, but you'll find me. I'm one of the founders of code2.org, and you can follow me on Twitter right up there. Make sure you guys follow us on Twitch. Getting all those followers and subs just gives us more clout when we approach, hardware or gaming companies to sponsor our tournament. So the more followers, the more strength we have as an organization. So we appreciate all that. We're going to go offline. We're going to say goodnight to you. We're going to thank the players, the fans, the contributors, everybody involved with Operation Charlie Fox, and of course the staff. And stick around for this one more thing, which hopefully it'll work if I press the right buttons. Good night, everybody. Good night.